Now, do you know exactly where you're currently limiting yourself? Hi, my name is Nathan Hawken, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to help you learn how you can pinpoint the exact areas in your life. Maybe it's all areas of your life, maybe it's just some, but help you pinpoint where you're currently limiting yourself. Now, if you're new to the channel, please like this video and of course leave a comment if this is resonating with you or you just want to share a little bit of input. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button as well, just to make sure you're aware of the videos which I bring out. By the way, I also have a new ebook out called 5 Steps to Self-Belief Mastery. So if you're struggling with self-belief at the moment and you want to learn how to master that, just check the details below. There is a link where you can download that free ebook. Now, I'm fortunate enough to work with a lot of clients around the world, and no matter what country they're in, what background they come from, or anything like that, a big common problem is that they don't actually know how they're limiting themselves. Like, they realize that there's areas in their life, in their business, their work, whatever, where they're actually limiting themselves, but they don't really know exactly where that's coming from, like what's going on inside, where that comes from within. They just know that there are areas which they are currently limiting themselves and holding themselves back from doing the things that they know they want to do. You can leave a comment below if this is resonating with you, like if you know what I'm talking about, because deep down inside, we actually know how we limit ourselves. We know where it comes from. The problem is we don't consciously know. Right? The answers are there, but we don't consciously know. It's like we've got these big goals and big ambitions and big dreams that we want to fulfill, but we don't take action on it. Or when something gets hard and quite difficult, or the challenge comes up, we don't actually take any action on it, even though we really, really want this thing. It's like, well, how is that? Why are we doing that? Where does it actually come from? Now, this happens for a multitude of reasons. Now, the first one usually is that there's not enough time spent on your part to sit down and clarify the exact emotions which are coming up. Like, sometimes you might know, you might think, you know what, I'm angry right now, or you might just feel a little bit down right now, but most people don't spend enough time to clarify the exact emotions that they're feeling. They just think that, you know what, I'm just down right now, or I'm just feeling uneasy, or I'm feeling uncomfortable, but they never stop to think about exactly, right, how am I currently feeling? What is the exact emotion that I'm feeling right now? Where is this coming from? And that's because there's a lack of an alignment between your conscious and your unconscious mind. Now, we've all heard of like a conscious mind before. It's like the logical one. And I'm sure you've heard of your unconscious as well. It's like in Pinocchio, where Jiminy Cricket pops up on his shoulder. But the reason why we don't actually stop and pinpoint those emotions, or we don't realize them consciously, is just that. There's no alignment between our unconscious and our conscious. And so there's like a lost in translation along the way. We just know that we feel bad or uneasy or uncomfortable or something like that. But unconsciously, that we know exactly what's going on. And when we can join those two together and like piece that together, it creates a new relationship with ourselves. And now this is a big one, like this, and this is a major reason, is because we don't have a strong enough relationship with ourselves. For so long and in so many ways, we've been conditioned to think and act in a particular way based on standards and values of other people and cultural societies and things like that. And so it's no wonder that we don't actually spend time working on that relationship with yourself, right? And actually understanding you at your core, battling your own demons, working that stuff out, and spending time to sit down and think about the exact emotional states I'm feeling right now, and being comfortable enough to accept it and understand that it's there. And that happens because it can be too painful to dig that deep inside. Sometimes it's not even that deep. But it can be too uncomfortable or too painful to dig that deep inside and to actually discover what is going on inside you. I mean, I've had conversations with some of my coaching clients, and when I start asking some difficult questions that's getting them to think, to try and uncover what the actual problem is, because the surface level problem, like what they say is a problem, never is. It's always something a little bit deeper. Once I start asking those type of questions, a lot of people tend to shut down, or they go to the automatic, I don't know, because at the unconscious level, it's too painful or it's too uncomfortable to dig that deep down inside. And it's no wonder, because we're not really taught that. And so what do you actually do with something like that? You know, what do you actually do to be able to get more in tune with yourself and start to uncover exactly how you're feeling? Well, it is actually pretty simple. One of the best things you can ever do is just stop for a moment. Anytime you start to feel yourself getting like uncomfortable, or anytime you find yourself not taking a necessary step that you want to take towards a big goal or a dream or a desire that you're working towards, or maybe it's just do a an actionable step in some work or something like that, or maybe have a difficult conversation with someone, the first thing you can do is that once you start to feel whatever it is, like you feel that uncomfortable sensation or whatever it is inside you, the best thing you can do is just stop for a second and recognize it and actually ask yourself, well, what is this that I'm feeling right now? What is this? What's the emotion behind this feeling right now? Because you might feel uncomfortable, but there could be like fear driving it, there could be anger driving it, there could be sadness driving it or something like that. So you just have to stop for a minute and ask, what am I actually feeling right now? More importantly, why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling this? Like it might be something like, you know, I'm dissatisfied with my circumstances. I look around at what I've got in life and I'm not overly happy. Maybe I don't like my job, I don't like my work, or I'm not making enough money or whatever it is, but there's some dissatisfaction there in my circumstances which is bringing up some type of emotion there. And so you've got to stop and ask yourself, well, what is that? Now you may discover something that was totally out of your awareness before, but that's the goal. Like that's what we're looking for, because I don't know, maybe you never gave yourself enough love throughout the years, or maybe you're not giving yourself enough love, or you're not giving yourself enough time to reflect on who you are, giving yourself enough time to actually be comfortable with yourself, or whatever it is. But you've got to be able to get to a point where you can stop, ask yourself these questions, like what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling it? Is it serving me right now? And then be totally and brutally honest with yourself when those answers come up and when those emotions are there. Because honesty within yourself is really, really hard. And that's usually the big cause of a lot of frustration with people, because they can't be honest with themselves, which means they're portraying a different version of themselves out in the world because that's what they want to project onto other people. And once you can be honest with yourself and you can uncover the exact emotions that are there, then all you need to do, and as difficult as this can be in the time, is you've just got to push through it. Like you've got to push through that uncomfortable feeling that's there. You've got to push through the emotions that are there and then accept that they are there. You've got to accept that they are there. You have to accept that, you know what, this is what I'm feeling right now. You have to own it, but you also have to realize that there is a purpose for feeling that way. Like that emotion is there, that feeling is there, is usually for some type of protection or some type of service. And most of the time the service is just to keep you comfortable, to make sure that you're happy, even though it makes you quite unhappy at the same time. But you've got to be able to just understand that and accept that and be like, you know what? This is serving a purpose right now, but that purpose isn't for me anymore. That service isn't for me because I've started to uncover new things and big goals that I want to work towards. And then you got to realize that it is beneficial for you to feel those now, but if you want to create something in the future, then you're going to have to figure out how to let that go. Because that's where the growth is. It's discovering how you're feeling. It's recognizing that it's there. It's understanding that this is just a natural part of your own life and existence, and you have to feel these things, and there is some type of service that it's giving you, but maybe it's just not alignment with what you've started to uncover and the goals that you want to create. So once you discover what it is and you can accept it and understand that it's there for a reason, then you can start to learn how to change it. So I hope this video has helped you guys. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on this. Maybe it resonates with you, maybe it doesn't. That's cool. If you're looking for a little bit more help, I do have my ebook available now, which is brand new. It's called The 5 Steps to Self-Belief Mastery. You can download that now in the description below this video. If you want some further content and help and you want to maybe connect with me on a live format, you can check out my Facebook group, Mindset Potential. I've got a lot more different things in there as well, and I'm quite live in there as well. All right guys, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you at the next one.